Hi guys, it's Rocko here. Welcome back to another Spaces. In today's Spaces, we actually start off talking about meme coins and my psychology, the way I trade meme coins. We start off talking about Trump because when I was recording these Spaces, Donald Trump had just launched his coin. I talk about buying some, but I also make a prediction that if Trump's wife, kids started launching coins, it's going to be quite bearish, and that prediction actually came true. So I really recommend you listen to these Spaces. First 10-20 minutes I rant about meme coin, how I trade meme coin. Then we go super deep into LunaClassic. We have Frag join. He comes up and gives us exact details on what's happening with Juris protocol. We talk about LunaClassic. Rexy Vegas gives updates on their projects. There's lots of other people join as well. CryptoBytes, David. I highly recommend you listen to these Spaces. I do make a weekly shorter video where I talk about price prediction and give you a summary of what's happening, USTC Repeg, the burns. You can go watch that. If you love LunaClassic, you want to be in the detail, you want to support myself and other people, be in the trenches, try to build back LunaClassic, make sure you watch this longer form content as well. And if you want any other topics, do let me know in the comment section below. I am planning to start in new Spaces where I'll be talking about meme coins, AI coins, and newer projects that I'm trading as well. So that's going to be on a Sunday. And these LunaClassic Spaces, guys, I'm not giving up on LunaClassic. I want LunaClassic to succeed. I tweeted earlier, guys, it's not about money for LunaClassic, it's about vengeance. I want to succeed with the whole community. Some of the community members have become my friends, and there'd be no better feeling than seeing LunaClassic succeed with our friends. So enjoy the Spaces, guys. Like I said, do hit that like button, subscribe. Any comments, thumbs up. I hate Rocko, I love LunaClassic. It really helps the channel out. Share it with your friends and family. It really helps the channel out. It motivates me to keep supporting LunaClassic. So enjoy the Spaces, guys. I'll catch you guys again next week with a weekly video and another Spaces. Thank you very much. Good evening, people. Hope you all doing very well. It's been a crazy weekend. I woke up and find out that Trump releases his own coin. I got in some quite late on, not too early. I think it's still 2.5x since when I bought it. And it's just carried on pumping. It is having a dip now, but I think this just changes how people in crypto look at meme coins. So that's going to be a interesting topic of conversation. If people are here from America, I'd love to speak to you guys, get your thoughts on this. In terms of LunaClassic price, not much has happened. We'll talk about LunaClassic price, give you guys an update on what's happening. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens if Trump impacts Bitcoin as well, because a lot of liquidity has been taken out of other meme coins. They've gone down, especially Ethereum. Ethereum is down, so there's lots to talk about. I've messaged, so my regular partner LL69 can't join. I have got a Juris update. Frag's made a post. We've posted something from the Juris protocol, but I'll give you guys an update. USTC Repeg stuff. I have messaged Leonardo. I've messaged Happy Catty as well. See if he can join. He's made a signaling proposal to burn the 1.86 billion USTC, so it'd be good to speak to him. I've also messaged Vegas as well, because my other partner of this Spaces, Rexy, might not join. So we'll see how these Spaces go. I'd love for one of you guys to come on and speak. It's always better, these Spaces, when it's an interaction rather than me just talking in monotone. So I can see David, K-Rax, Radar, a few other meme coins as well. So if you guys want to come up, do let me know. Let's make it a good Spaces. We'll go on for about an hour and a half. So my thoughts on the crypto market. Classic does here as well. Yes, if you guys want to come up, like I said, LL69, Rexy are not here today, so it's just going to be me talking. If you guys come on, we'll make it a longer space. If not, we might have to cut it short. But I wanted to hold these Spaces. I think it's important to keep the community up to date as well, especially on Juris, because we've not been as active on social media. So I've had few DMs, so I wanted to give an update on Juris as well. So guys, usually these Spaces, we do an update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. Then we talk about LunaClassic. Then we go into different projects, whether it's Juris or other meme coins. In terms of Bitcoin, I'm still super bullish Bitcoin. The chart is looking good.
It's above 100k. It looks like it's going to break out. We could chop here like we did last year around 70k and then break out, or we could go now with what Trump is doing. Who knows if Bitcoin is just going to go? The stocks markets have required as well recovered quite well, as because there was a dip. There was some talk on, potentially increasing rates or pausing rates. I think those fears seems to have gone. And yeah, the Bitcoin is looking really good. In terms of what Trump has done with creating his own meme coin, and especially on Solana, that is, well, we've seen with the price action, Ethereum had a dip. Bitcoin's been unaffected because if Trump releases his own, what's stopping Trump from creating another meme coin? What's stopping Trump from creating his own L2? All those could be potentially bearish for Solana, Ethereum, and I'm a bag holder of Ether. I that was probably one of my worst trading decisions since not selling Luna. One of my worst trading decisions have been moving to Ethereum. I was convinced that Ethereum had bottomed. I got that rotation correct back in 2018, moving to Ethereum, Litecoin. I moved to Ethereum around mid last year. There was a big spike around 0.005. I thought we're going to go from there. That was the bottom in Ethereum. And since then, we're down about 30%, 40%. So I could have made way more money just holding Bitcoin. And with what's happening with Trump launching on Solana, people smarter than me. Again, I'm just regurgitating a lot of the information from groups, the VCs, the whales that I speak to. The thinking is that if people are using using L1s like Solana, what's the point of having L2s? What's the point of Ethereum? Like, people are going to just move to Solana. We've seen Solana pump massively. People are buying Solana to buy Trump coin. It's up about 56%. So yeah, it's not good. It's not looking good for my Ethereum bags. I've tweeted a couple of times whether to move my Ethereum bags to Solana, whether to move to LunaClassic as well. We'll come on to LunaClassic after. But yeah, it's not looking great for Ethereum. We've even seen Vitalik, who doesn't tweet as much, came out and said he's changing Ethereum Foundation and stuff like that. So I don't know if Ethereum's going to recover or it's just going to do an XRP of last cycle where everything else pump and Ethereum doesn't. So yeah, bullish Bitcoin, Ethereum, I'm not sure. With Dogecoin, again, that's another big bet I've taken. I was saying that Doge to a dollar is like an easy trade. But with Trump shilling his own coin, I've still got hope in Doge. I'm up in Doge from when I posted that trade. But I'm thinking whether Elon's going to launch his own coin. Is he going to be a supporter, a believer of LunaClassic, a Doge, or is he going to launch his own token like Trump has done? So yeah, it's quite scary, I guess, to see if Elon launches his own coin. That's really bearish for Dogecoin. For now, I've still got hope in Dogecoin. So in terms of Trump impact, which is the biggest news like lately, right? Biggest wealth creation that's happened within hours, right? He's not created any utility. He's just launched a coin, and it's going to have massive implications on meme coin and how people look at money. Like, he's just printed billions out of thin air, and it's just he's the most powerful man in the world, right? Whatever America does, the whole world, England, Europe, we just follow. So it's going to have a massive impact on everything else. In my opinion, it's bullish for Bitcoin. It's bearish for Ethereum, bullish for Solana. Like, people are having to buy Solana. Solana's US made, if I'm not mistaken. Ethereum, I know, is Vitalik, Canadian, Russian. So he might want to support Solana. Solana is bullish for now, but if Solana launches his own, so if Trump launches his own L2, which I think he could, then who knows what's going to happen. It's not all doom and gloom for Ethereum holders like myself. His foundation, I think Liberty DeFi, has bought Ethereum. He holds ridiculous amounts of Ethereum. So I think Ethereum can still come back. I'm still holding. I've not made any rash decisions, but I could have made a lot more money moving to Solana or just holding Bitcoin. Like, I didn't want to sell my Bitcoin, but especially my cold storage, I moved some of that into Ethereum, which is quite annoying. But hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, Rex is here. Frag, it'd be great to have you here as well, to give us an update on Juris. I can share something that LL's shared with me, and then you've tweeted. It'd be good to hear from the horse's mouth. So Solana, that's Solana. Rexy will bring you up in a bit. I'm just sharing my thoughts on the market and LunaClassic. Thank you for being here. So that's Solana. Meme coins, again, with meme coins is bullish, I guess. So it just shows the power of meme coin. But I'm also a bit unsure of what happens to the OG meme coins. So Dogecoin is in its own special place because Dogecoin is Dogecoin, right? It started so early. But if you look at other meme coins like WIF is down, I think, let me just check. I'm looking at the chart now. WIF is down 65% from the top. Popcat, like another Twitter meme coin, a lot of the KOLs and bigger Twitter accounts were in it. That's down 75-80%. So a lot of the OG meme coins, like everyone's just taking money out of it's just extracting liquidity. There's a good meme, maybe I'll tweet it in a second, where Trump is like sucking liquidity out of every other meme coin, sucking liquidity of the whole market into Solana and his own coin. So it could be bearish for the older coins, but it also shows the potential of the power of meme coins. Could there be more presidents, prime ministers launching meme coins? Could there be countries launching meme coins? Who knows, right? The most powerful country, the most powerful person in that country is launching his own coin. So could other people using it? So it just opens up crazy opportunities. The valuations of newer meme coins could pump. So keep an eye out for it. Again, like I said, if I was at my desk during when I found out Trump's launched his own coin and just validated that it's his Twitter account and it's his, is it Truth Social, his account, then yeah, you could have made a lot of money. It'd be great if one of you have made money to come up and speak. So yeah, that's my thoughts on, I guess, Solana. It doesn't really affect LunaClassic. I know LunaClassic is sort of in its own chain. LunaClassic is exciting because it's got the reply from Cardano's Charles Hodgkinson. So maybe I'll ask Frag about that. So that's been quite interesting there, where it's showing some interest in the algorithmic stablecoin. There was some proposals on the wallet stuff. I've not seen that anything else. Again, I'll ask Rexy and Frag if I've missed anything. There's the 1.8 billion burn, which I know Frag and HC's worked on that, so that's exciting. I have messaged, like I said, Leonardo on the Repeg proposal. I've not heard anything. Maybe in one of the future spaces I'll have him on. Apart from that, like I said, I've not heard too much on LunaClassic. I think maybe some of the L2 works. You know, we talked about cookies last spaces. That was quite interesting. We'll talk more about Juris and Terraport. That's going to be quite interesting. But there's not too much on LunaClassic and USTC space. And in my opinion, what Trump has done, I don't think has that much of an impact on LunaClassic. It's just impacted the bigger stuff. One thing I guess it has, again, I'm just going to shield my bags. I'm warning you guys now. I guess it just shows the power of meme coins, and I have been quite vocal. I know some people are against it. You know, you've got your own entitled to your own opinion. When Juris was launched and a lot of other projects are launched, they're just saying focus on LunaClassic, everything else is bad. But I've been quite vocal in supporting my bags, which I've been transparent about, but and also other bags, right? I don't own Cookie, but I've shielded it because I want to see LunaClassic succeed. It could be bullish for meme coins. Like people are seeing, I think more and more people are going to be converted into being like this meme coin degenerate, and you know, people can say it's pump and dump, but that's what the people are looking into, right? I'm OG crypto, like I like DeFi and all that cool stuff, which is why supporting Juris, like building lending borrowing protocol. But meme coins are here to stay. That's captured the people on TikTok and all the neo people. So that could also be bullish for LunaClassic meme coins. So go buy some cat with hat. Go buy other meme coins as well. I can see Pokemon, FRG, Lunc Metaverse. Go buy their meme coins as well. Yeah, that could show the potential of meme coins. Okay, guys. Well, that was sort of my update. Let's bring Frag on. Frag, what's your thoughts on the Trump news first? Its impact on maybe Bitcoin, Ethereum, LunaClassic. Then we'll come on to Juris after.
Yeah, I mean, do you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, mate.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, I mean, I really don't follow the news. I'm kind of busy with the things I do. But I mean, yeah, launching like a president launching his own meme coin is. I mean, I kind of find it this kind of ridiculous idea. I don't know. I mean, let's hope it's not like a celebrity rug. It's I don't know. Not very happy about it. Shows it's kind of degenerate space, or becoming a degenerate space. Yeah, and as you said, I'm kind of fan of the DeFi cool stuff, and that's why I'm built. Yeah, why I built Juris, right? So yeah, you see, I'm kind of critical about the
Have you seen the tokenomics frag? Like 80% is like held by one wallet or something.
what the fuck. By Trump himself, maybe. So he's gonna rock us all.
I think again, don't quote me on this. If you look at the emissions, like the FGV, if it does like a 15x, it flips Bitcoin. Like the FGV is literally ridiculous. Some people are cheering it on, saying that if like the coins are held in one wallet, then it can't be sniped. Like the project can work, so it's bullish for the project. So yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know what's happening as well. I find it amusing. Like I'm still processing, and I shared my thoughts on this spaces, but I'm still processing the impact of it on the wider crypto.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not like the analyst guy like you are. I'm not a trader, and I'm definitely not gonna buy it. And yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why he was shilling crypto in his campaign. Kind of, I don't know. Maybe he was kind of preparing for the step to launch his own coin. I don't know. So
That's a really good point. That's a good point. He's already launched his DeFi project as well, the World of Liberty or something, and he's partnered with XRP, Chainlink. All like, there's a guy on Twitter calls it he's a German guy. He calls it like the crime cycle this time. That all the OG coins, centralized coins, are just gonna send everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought it's the meme cycle, but yeah, I don't know. The meme cycle might maybe also the crime cycle, because in most of the memes you only have this kind of pump and dump scheme, where somebody would launch something and then others would just sell it. I don't know. I'm not particularly happy about it, and I mean the impact could also be like, I mean, celebrities launching their coins and then rugging it, pump dump. That, I mean, what kind of impression do we want to make as like Bitcoiners? What kind of impression do we want to make to the broader space, or to the broader people? And yeah, that's why I'm not happy about it, you know. And if you watch the news about the Hawk Tour coin, then like the perception was always like negative, right? So I mean, kind of, yeah, that's crypto, and that was another pump and dump coin, and yeah, I don't know. But I see the other hand also, because I mean, meme coins, they bring volume to the chains, and they bring like utility to the chains, because people launch their coins, and yeah, there's transaction volume which helps the chains, right? So yeah. So
No, thanks for your thoughts, Frag. I mean, before you joined, I was sharing my thoughts. It's like what he does next. If he launches his own L2 to compete with, or L1 to compete with Ethereum, Solana, I mean, that's going to have a massive impact. It could have a negative impact, or it could have an impact in the other sense, where people are like,
Ethereum is the only decentralized. It's going to have huge impact. It just depends on where he takes it with his NFTs. And again, I'm ashamed to say I did buy one of his NFTs, and he launched another NFT project after. So if he keeps launching projects like some of the drifters or KOLs, I mean, I'm an influencer, you can blame me as well, like I'm shilling coins. But if he launches more meme coins, keeps launching projects and raises funds and makes his money, he just devalues it, right? After he kept launching his, I don't know if he launched another one, a third collection, the value of his first collection dropped because he's like, oh, he's launching another NFT project. This is not his only NFT.
And the money is cycling back to the newer ones,
Yes, exactly. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, we'll go on to Rexy, and then we'll come back to you on LunaClassic, Frag. How long have you got with us, Frag? I know you're a busy family man.
How long? What?
How
what
long
was
have you got with us? 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
Like, yeah, maybe 20 minutes, 50 minutes about.
Okay, we'll get Rexy to keep it short, and then we'll get some LunaClassic and the Juris update from you. Hi, Rexy.
Hi there, mate. It's a bit rough this kind of end, but yeah, interesting chat up to now, and yeah, everything's kind of been happening with this Trump token, isn't it?
Have you bought any? What's your thoughts on that and its impact on the market?
Well, I have to, apologise if I sound a bit kind of rough, but God, I've had a stinking last couple of days. I've actually had 48 hours of sleep, which is says something. I don't watch Twitter enough. Excuse me, I'm too busy with other things, but I did buy some Trump, but I wish I'd bought it 8 hours earlier. That's, I guess, just the trader in me thinking, yeah, I think it's got potential to grow, or, certainly when I bought it. How high it'll go, I don't know. I kind of agree with what Frag's been saying, though. If every kind of, well, not every politician, but if the big kind of sports players, politicians, and political kind of people, kind of launch meme coins, is it gonna help the longevity of crypto? There maybe is a bit of a threat there. It's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? But then I suppose if you look at it from another perspective, what's the difference between somebody that's got that's well known from a political background, launch one, as opposed to somebody that's maybe just known within a crypto community, launch one, or even not known within a crypto community, launching one, but maybe through Twitter or something like that. It's a difficult one to kind of come down on one side of the fence on, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting next few weeks, definitely, with what Trump is doing, not just in crypto, in the world as well. There's going to be massive changes, and hopefully it's bullish for our bags, especially the bags that we are holding. And
I think where it does come up as positive from the crypto perspective is, don't quote me on the dates, but I think, was it about 18 months ago, maybe even longer, Trump was seen as against crypto. And then all of a sudden, he kind of, I think when there's the chance of winning votes, playing devil's advocate there, they thought, all right, we'll try for crypto. And all of a sudden he became, a bit of a champion of it. And he's continued down that course, and obviously he's been elected, and I think he's due to be sworn in as president tomorrow, isn't he? And I suppose for him to launch his own coin and this NFT collection he's got, I think that goes to support the narrative that actually he is going to be pro-crypto when he actually does take power. So I suppose from that perspective, that's got to be positive for us in the future. And then with him having his own meme coin as well, you don't get much more kind of being a kind of a crypto, a crypto degen than that, I suppose.
it's definitely net bullish, but it's just how he plays it and what he impacts. Like I said, I know he joined a bit after, like a lot of the Ethereum projects, a lot of the other bigger memes have lost a lot of, it could be short term, but lost a lot of value. It's everything just, all the liquidity is just moved to Trump token. So what he does, whether he keeps launching projects, whether he launches his own project, it's going to have an impact on what you own. But I think it's definitely net positive. Like the most popular person, two most popular people in the world talking about crypto. So it's definitely net positive. But which bags pump, we just have to be very careful, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it'll be very interesting how it plays out in the future in terms of what he does with this token. Because as you mentioned earlier on, I think 80% of it through various pools are pretty much under his control, or that's how it appears. And if he was to somehow cause the token to crash, well, that doesn't kind of bode well for his presidency, does it? And for him as a, somebody, being a good steward of finance, if you like. So that'll maybe keep him on side so that he doesn't just flood the market with tokens. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how it plays out.
Cool. All right. K-Rax and David, we're gonna come to you after, if that's okay. Unless it's on topic, K-Rax. Do you want to just come say hi, or is it, if it's on topic, you can just say something, but we'll come to you after Frag.
It's on topic.
Yeah, go ahead. You're American, so I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yes, I am American, Midwest. My thoughts on it is that when anything that involves the government, I tend to be very skeptical and distrustful of it. And I think it does bring some light onto the DeFi and crypto space in general. And so I can see it as a good thing and a bad thing. Plus, here in the United States, there has been a lot of ridiculous crypto regulations. We're relatively cut off from a lot of some of the DeFi space. It's just like Lunc. We can't get it on any of the platforms except for Kraken, which I don't think a lot of people in the U.S. really know that, because it's also listed as Luna on Kraken here in the United States. So we can't trade very well. And then plus a lot of the tax issues that are surrounding it. So I think having a crypto-friendly president, I think, is a good thing, and a good thing for the U.S. But I would still stay relatively skeptical when it comes to anything regarding kind of against what crypto was built for, and then also involving the government, because it was more for freedom of your owning your own assets. And that's my take on it.
How's the sort of the media looking at it? We'll come to you, Frag, after this. How's the media looking at it? Like, is your major news outlet all the media talking about Trump coin, or is it sort of just the crypto people still?
I think there are some media outlets that are talking about it. I don't really pay attention to mainstream media too much, because a lot of disinformation is shared in a lot of the mainstream media. They're going to focus it on a lot of, what's the word? I guess like propaganda or disinformation kind of goes with their ethos, I guess to say. But I'm seeing a ton of stuff on online, of course, just in the crypto space, of it being very positive type things. But I am still very skeptical of it, because there is a lot of hype and excitement that is surrounding it. And sure, yes, it is exciting, and congratulations to those who got in early and made some money. It's still skepticism.
I guess my thoughts are similar as well. It just depends on how he or what he does next. Net positive, but with a lot of skepticism. Thanks, K-Rex, for that. Okay, Frag, let's move on to, I guess, the juicy stuff, what you're passionate about. Thoughts on LunaClassic, key things on LunaClassic, then we'll come on to Juris after.
Yeah, I mean, what we're speaking about right now on not on Juris, on LunaClassic, that's the 1.8 UCC, 1.8 billion UCC burn, right? So we are kind of talking about it right now. I mean, I'm hearing, like, I'm not a like jurisdiction expert, or I don't know anything about like jurisdiction, and I'm hearing people saying that we don't have actually the right to burn these coins. I mean, what's your thought about this? I'm not really sure.
So I'm not a legal expert, especially not in.
Yeah, right.
I can't comment on that. I think that TFL's closed now. We could blacklist it, I guess. That's the happy medium ground, but I don't think it's in circulation, is it? So it's not really going to have that much of an impact. So
yeah, I mean, it's not in circulation, right? So, but I mean, there are three. I looked that up last week. So there are 3 signers of that wallet, and I mean, they could just sign a transaction and then put that in circulation, right? So doesn't mean they're gonna make it, and it doesn't mean they own the keys right now, or like maybe they threw it away. But you cannot be sure, right? So like these funds are owned by the Luna Foundation Guard, and we don't even know if that still exists. Like, I mean, I don't know. And we as a community cannot be sure whether these coins will not be put into circulation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's why I said I'll tag my YouTube video here. But yeah, that's what I said as well. Just there's so much other stuff going on. I don't think people are gonna come to us for this little legal implication somewhere that we've burnt it through a community vote. So I would be, if I was my thoughts on it, I'd say vote yes and burn it. I don't I don't, and maybe, and a lot of ifs and buts. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. I'm not a legal expert, but my thoughts, I'd want to support on burning it.
And I mean, there was this ozone. What was it like? These ozone funds from the these which I did back in January. The burn of the contract funds for the ozone wallet. Like the signers of the wallet, they were like OG Luna guys and Luna 2.0 guys, and my interaction with them kind of showed, like, I was in a group with Vegas where he collected all the signers into the Telegram group, and my impression from I don't want to generalize anything about Luna 2 guys, but my impression was that, like, the Luna 2 guys, they don't recognize LunaClassic, and they don't think that USTC or LUNC is money or assets anyway. So they had kind of the thought that when the Terra Luna 2 chain launched, that the funds from USTC and LunaClassic were kind of migrated to the new chain and like airdropped or lock dropped in this case, like in 3 lock drop phases. And like they were generally they generally were like we don't care about USTC, we don't care about LUNC, we don't care about this wallet. And that was my impression. I mean, the signers of the LFG wallet, they are like Terra OGs, right? So, and I think they have kind of the same thoughts about it, I would say.
Yeah, I think it's not just yourself. A lot of people have said that the way Luna 2 people have spoken to the LunaClassic community and the way they look at LunaClassic community, they don't hold us in high regards, to put it nicely, unfortunately. So what's the plan for this next? Is there going to be a proposal put out for the validators to vote soon?
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of put out this code to burn these funds, but to be honest, I don't have really the guts to put that up. So, I mean, I saw there's a Commonwealth proposal from ACC, but I don't really know whether that touches that code. And like if you want to use it, then you should just reach out to me, and yeah, and I can put up proposal to make a software upgrade, right? So because that's the only way you can burn these funds. You can only burn them through a chain fork, because the Ozone funds from back in January, that was a contract migration. That's yeah, from the chain mechanics, that's something different. And in the same case, we have really we have a fork to do in order to burn these funds. And I don't know whether HTC is going to like maybe he has his own crew to take that code. I don't know.
Is it Orbit Labs that has to implement it? I think I read the proposal. I think that was the plan, that you've done 25%. He's done 25%. Now is Orbit Labs, if the vote passes, to do the chain upgrade and burn the funds. That was my understanding of it.
Okay, so you want Orbit Labs to make the code, because that's already done.
Let me actually bring that up, the proposal up. It is to Orbit Labs to implement it. I think maybe just implement your code, but it was Orbit Labs to upgrade and implement maybe your code, but it was, I'm sure it said Orbit Labs to do.
All right.
I'm assuming that
it's just like a dozen line of code. So it's not much. It's just, yeah. Maybe I just posted it for the hype. I don't know. I mean, I just saw the discussion about it, and I thought, like, yeah, let's make the code. And I find it that usually this discussion is very theoretical, and when you put the code up and confront people with the code and with the actual implementation, then usually the discussion goes like some kind of in a different direction, right? So maybe that was the plan to. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have the guts to put that up, because in case that the funds are burned and then someone makes an inquiry, I don't know what my legal like implication would be, and yeah, that's why I don't really have the guts to put that up.
So if someone votes, if all the validators vote yes, would you be willing to do it then? Just to implement the code and listen to governance, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I implemented it, and if validators vote yes for it, then I mean, I don't know what the legal the legal implication is to put up the proposal. And like if you put up the proposal and you made the code, are you as a developer responsible for it when the funds are burned, and then later on we have an inquiry from someone who wants to like claim funds from it? I don't know what happens for me personally.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? There was a discussion in one of the groups earlier on this week where somebody did some research on this, and I think it was through one of these AI sites, and it came back that they thought it was feasible that in such a situation, the validators that instigated either the government's proposal or were the ones that were had maybe the biggest impact on it passing, and particularly if they were, I'm going to use the word legitimate, but it's not really the right word. Forgive me. Kind of, if you like, known enterprises, registered companies, and things like that. If they were entities that legal bodies could go after, that they would be the ones that primarily would be focused on. As again, saying it was from an AI site, but it seemed to be
but
kind of
that's
reasonable.
kind of what we would like expect, right? So if we would put up that proposal, then we will see L nodes voting abstain for it, I guess, or no.
Yeah, I think if I was in their position, I think I'd be looking at damage limitation to what potentially could happen.
That's risk management.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's face it, if you wanted to sue somebody, all nodes would be the one to go for, wouldn't they? I mean, they would have the funds to actually compensate.
Yep. But on the other hand, I mean, even if we burned it, the funds, nothing would prevent us to make another chain fork and airdrop these coins again. So the court order. So in case there's an inquiry, the court order could also be airdrop these coins to people to dump.
Yeah, and there has been a discussion in the past, hasn't there, about doing some kind of chain audit. And I've seen this done before, and I've actually lost tokens on a chain where a chain's done an audit just to check that everybody's live on it. And I have either missed the announcement or been kind of unsure what was going on. And then a new chain's kind of started, and I thought, well, bloody hell, I've lost my bag, albeit a very small one. So maybe, maybe there's thoughts there, but I think that would cause problems with listings on exchanges and stuff like that. So I wouldn't recommend going down that route without a massive amount of thought.
And also just to reiterate, this is not buy back and burn. This is not like the casino buying back and burning or the Juris protocol validator wallet buying back and burning. It's just dormant wallet. It's not going to do much to the price. I guess it's still, like you said, there's a risk of it coming back to supply. And I guess it generates a bit of hype for, me tweeting it or other influencers tweeting it. We get attention from it. People talk about it. So, but it's not going to have a massive impact.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. There was a big burn, wasn't there? Just was it a couple of months ago, and it made zero impact on the price whatsoever. And I think that's pretty much helped those that argue that burning adds next to no value to the ecosystem. And although, within TerraCasino, which is something that I help market, we've burnt more than pretty much any other kind of project. The thing is there that you're buying it back and burning. So although it's too small to make a big impact on the price, in terms of actually adding value, it's the buying back that adds the value into it, not just the getting rid of the tokens.
Yes, exactly. David, you've got your hand up. Is it on topic? I can't hear David. Guys, can you hear David? You'll have to rejoin, unfortunately, David. If you rejoin, I should be able to hear you. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about LunaClassic Frag before we move on to shilling our bags, Juris?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in my Juris bubble right now.
Cool. Let's drop that. So I mean, I made a post. I know LL's away today, guys. He'll be back tomorrow.
Maybe I don't know what this ADA like. You posted some stuff about Cardano. I'm not sure what that is
Yes,
about.
I can talk about that. So I saw a post. So one thing, I mean, shout out to Diamond Hands. He always replies like myself. So I replied to CZ and he retweeted or commented on one of my LunaClassic posts. He does that as well. He messages like the big crypto guys, I guess. So he messaged something to Charles Hodgkinson. He's the founder of one of the richest guys in crypto. He's the founder of Cardano, about LunaClassic. And let me just get the tweet up. So he tweeted something about governance and moving forward with Cardano. I think he mentioned the Chainlink integration and scalability. And Diamond Hands tweeted back saying, LunaClassic would love to work. It's not abandoned. The community's taken over. Binance is burning. And he replied back saying, we have lots of ideas about algorithmic stablecoin. Who's the lead? So that's why I tagged a few people like yourself, Redline, Igor, people that I know that been involved in the Repeg stuff, and said get in touch with Charles Hodgkinson or the Cardano community, because they have got a lot of muscle power, right? They've got a lot of devs. They're one of the richest chains. So if you can get any support, that's really bullish. So I know you're busy or someone else. I mean, maybe I could go into the Telegram chat and try to connect you with someone. But yeah, I think it'd be good if one of you guys reached out to the Telegram chat or just DM Charles Hodgkinson himself and said, yeah, we're here, we're interested in the Repeg stuff. I guess it's just business development, and see, it could be nothing. It could be just he's replied in the moment, or it could be he's serious about partnering up. He's interested in algorithmic stablecoin. We're seeing Tron launching his stablecoin with 20%. We've seen Ethena stablecoin. So yeah, it could be something or it could be nothing. That's the story. What's your thoughts on it, Frag? Do you think you want to get involved?
Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of bullish, right? So, like, I mean, on LunaClassic, I guess it's kind of the devs or the community is kind of hesitant about USTC and stablecoin and the because of the regulations of stablecoins, and in particular, like also regulations in Europe and also in the US, and I guess like issuing stable coins is kind of like illegal. I don't know, or it's at least in a gray like zone. And I mean, I would guess that someone like Charles Hodgkinson would be like able to like make, or he would be able to create legal clearance for this issue. I mean, it's not too much about the dev power. It's more like, I guess, the legal clearance or legal.
So what's the best way to approach it? I mean, I could DM him. He's probably not going to reply, or join the Telegram chats and post something. But that would be like, oh, guys, this is me, a community member. Can I connect you with someone like Frag or Redline or whoever? Or is it better to approach them with a plan, right? If we had a plan, whatever plan it is, it's a lot better, a lot professional approaching them, saying, guys, this is our plan. Could we have support in this? What's your thoughts on this? Rather than just random DM saying, oh, let's repeg USTC, because they'll just think, oh, what is this going about?
Yeah. Sounds like, yeah, I mean, it's obvious that like having a plan, like putting up a group, working on some like, I don't know, PowerPoint presentation. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just simple business,
but
right?
do
When you approach.
But do we really have a plan? I mean, we saw like USTC failing on the massive scale, and do we have like? I mean, we have the plan Redline for this kind of divergence tax he proposed. I mean, do we have any other plans on USTC? Not really, right?
There's a Leonardo one, but it's not a technical plan or super detailed plan. But yeah, there was recently I saw something about I can't remember now, like a Repeg plan without the market module. I don't know how serious that is. You know what? I'll message Redline because I know he's spent a lot of time on it. If Redline's happy to put something together and you're willing to talk with them, we can approach them, I guess. But again, my plan is that you can't. There's no point me or like an influencer DMing them, guys. Let's Repeg USTC. It needs to be in a professional way.
It's absolutely right.
So they take it serious.
So about this, so I guess if you want to put up a group, like an internal group, I'm happy to join and give my thoughts and like work on it.
No, I appreciate your time. I know I'll send you another DM. There's another thing I'm looking for. I'll send you another DM, so we don't want to give you too much work. David, you've got your hand up. Can
you hear me right now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, nice to see, nice to hear you once again, everybody. How are you, Rocko?
Yes, I'm good, mate. Or I guess from a personal point of view, thanks for asking. I'm gonna come back to the UK. I've decided because I've spending too much money, not super focused in Thailand. So I'm gonna.
Thailand is not beneficial for you. How come?
It's been too much fun. I've been here almost 3 months now, or Southeast Asia for over 3 months. So yeah, at end of this month, I'm gonna fly back to the UK for a few months. Get focused on Juris and a few other projects. Hopefully, that's I guess a personal update. But no, it's been good. I missed out on Trump. Didn't buy it. I wish I was awake at my desk when he launched it.
Yeah, I actually wanted to comment on this too, if I may.
Yes, let's talk about that quickly, and then we'll go back to Juris. And but yeah, let's hear your thoughts on the Trump meme coin.
Well, first I would like to give thoughts in the things that you just discussed. So in terms of Cardano, like guy, I don't know his name. Obviously, the most professional way would be to have a legal entity that can contact Cardano. I am proposing this and talking about this for a long time, and many people too. But TerraCasino obviously does not want to, be professional in this way. It doesn't want to have an entity and did not push anything like this. So I guess this idea is out of the way. Certainly not in short period of time. And then maybe the best possible option is to have a quick proposal and assign official validator, anybody, one person who can contact him. But this should be backed by proposal, at least so that there is something on paper that they can verify in Cardano that governance accepted like this representation or something, that there is no misunderstanding who's the guy who's contacting the Cardano. So this is my thoughts on this. Hopefully something you will get out of it. I guess those kind of business people, real entrepreneurs, do not throw those kind of posts just for sake of fun. There's always some kind of opportunity to make money, to make a business, to do something interesting, and that's certainly some kind of invitation. And we either use it or it'll be lost, right? So this is Cardano thing. In terms of USTC, I just want to say we've got $1 million in community pool. Let's just take this legal opinion. Let's just hire legal people, because I guess nobody in TerraCasino who is active is a lawyer. At least nobody is transparent to tell this. So let's just not guess, and let's try to hire legal company attorneys and get official, at least somewhat official, opinion on burning this USTC, rather than just guessing. I guess nothing pushes us, so it should be done before anything. It's just too big of a case to burn those assets without legal opinion of sorts. So this is one thing that I wanted to say on this. And in terms of Trump, I also did not buy a Trump coin. I'm not against memes. I just prefer utility. But the way I see it is, imagine that Trump during his campaign was, instead of pushing and shilling crypto in his campaign, he would shill, for example, making a USA business great again. And once he is elected, the first thing that he does is opening a small McDonald's or opening small corner shop and shilling that this is how business will be, revitalized in USA. And this is, in a way, how I see it. He, with his amount of money, power, anything, he could have done so much great things in terms of crypto, like creating the best ever utility or some kind of humanitarian stuff, whatever. And he decided to launch a meme coin. I guess it's, from my point of view, that's not the best image that we can have. However, I agree with your what you have said, Rocko, is that it all depends what happens next. If this is just for fun, 1-2 weeks, and he made the records and he exposed a couple of things and he became even more popular than he was, but then he will turn his ideas and he'll really make crypto something more real, more professional, big, and utility driven, as CZ is pushing to, and every other people are pushing to, then that's probably okay. I could imagine that Elon could have made his meme coin a long time ago, because he was way into crypto way before Trump, etc. And I guess, as far as I know, he never did something on this scale, and he could have probably, right, because he's more. I think he more understands the case and what how good crypto can be, how professional it can be. So this is my take on Trump, and for all of you guys who made money on this. I mean, that's great. I'm happy for you.
No, I didn't, David. I got in quite late. I think I'm like up 2x, and at this price, is it dropped back to my level? But yeah, I didn't buy it super early. I mean, you could have bought it at
I'm
300.
not crying because I've got Solana back. with
Okay, that's good.
with quite good entry price. So I won't be shilling this, and this is my private stuff. But I'm not crying because of that, because Solana pumped too, right? But in general, this is my opinion. And one last thing that I want to say, or maybe two last things, is one is we should be friends with Luna too. Always say this. For too many times, too often we attack or don't even try to get in contact and partner with Luna too. So much good things could have been done if we only would have tried to work with them, rather than one talking on bad things on the other. They are talking badly on us, and the circle is just constantly moving in the same way. So this is my suggestion. I mean, nothing good comes from, let's say, so-called war with Luna 2, whatever like to call it. And one last thing that I would like to maybe talk to is Juris, but I don't know if it's time to talk about Juris.
Yes, so we'll let our co-founder Frag chill Juris, then we'll go to yourself, and then maybe me and KRX can chill. Frag, floor's yours, mate.
Yeah, I mean, my latest update, I just posted that an hour ago or so. My latest update on Juris is like I kind of prepared all the like Oracle module, the margin accounts module, and some kind of dummy lending protocol. And I'm in the last like 1.5 weeks, I was kind of assembling a personal like testing command line interface, and I deployed the first contracts on testnet. I built a Oracle feeder in order to feed the price of Juris and LUNC into the testnet. So I started to like do the first tests with the like custom command line tool that I built. And created some first margin accounts and queried some prices from the Oracle module. And that's basically my update. I mean, it's for most of the guys, it's probably meaningless, because you can't do much other than like like creating margin accounts and do this kind of dummy lending. And in so the roadmap, the internal roadmap with LL is that I'm going to build the the lending pools next and the lending pool factory. Currently it's just some kind of dummy lending that you can lend from some kind of dummy factory where it's just like kind of faked. And like the next steps after like I have done the first tests with the Oracle module and the margin module is like the first steps will be, or the second steps in this case would be to implement the actual core, which is the lending pools. So that's I talked with LL a week ago about the internal roadmap, and we are good in the plan right now. With this, like matching the progress I've made so far with the roadmap we did is actually pretty good.
Awesome, thanks, Frag. Guys, if you guys have any questions on Juris that you want to ask, do come up. I do get DMs and stuff. So if you guys want any questions on technical stuff on Juris, do come up, message below, and Frag can help you answer that. Just to clarify one thing as well, there's been some tweets about issues with Juris. It's not issues with the actual development of the protocol. I got a tweet up from the Juris protocol. It's more the... sorry, Frag, were you saying something?
I didn't see that. What's the issue?
You can see the DM. I think let me get the tweet out. I did send you a DM earlier, but yeah, I think it's an issue with the web development side. It's not with the actual protocol. There's been some setbacks that just needs to be resolved. It's nothing. It's not a big issue, so that will be looked at when LL's back on Monday. It's to do with the dashboard with the web dev, so it's nothing to do with the protocol.
Yeah, I think.
But you know what people are like on Twitter, they get overly excited. Just had a message from KRAX. They're working on making the socials look more professional with tech, so that's good. I think you've answered it quite well, Frag. So thanks for the update. No one seems to be having any questions. David, have you got any updates? I know you've been working on the UI with LL.
Yeah, so design is as important as development. I would say this is the way I believe it. So in terms of the design, we've got yet another workshops tomorrow with Frag and LL. Hopefully Frag knows about it because LL confirmed me that we are having it, which will give us yet another progress. And I think that Frag can confirm that the first one that we did three of us was very beneficial for both Frag and me designing. So we'll move another step in terms of designing the actual protocol itself. So there are different wireframes, different views. I've been looking at them right now. I wish I could show you that, but there is a huge progress that has been done and still a lot of designing. It's a medium or big size project, not just small website or anything, or not a small app. So plenty of different views to be designed. So the news is that we are progressing after a small break. I believe Frag had some health problems in his family, but after this break, I hope that we'll be back on track with designing next week, and hopefully we'll have something to show to you in next 2 weeks in terms of actual UI of the protocol and how website looks. I would like to show it to the people at least some snippets, so that people could actually for the first time see the Juris protocol as they will be able to see it when they will be using it on their browsers or mobile phones, right? So it will be huge thing to confirmation for people that this is becoming reality. So this is the update in terms of the UX UI design of Juris protocol. Everything is on track, but still quite a lot of work. I guess we'll be, we are working parallel, development and design to make it happen.
Awesome, thanks, guys. One thing that I really like about Juris is like we're building quite publicly. Like if you look at other projects that are just sort of working in the background, have their testnet launched, it's beneficial in a way. Juris has got a community unlike any other projects. There's lots of people like myself, DJ, David, LL. We do a lot of work with that community. And it has its positive. I guess you have an engaged community, but it also has its negative that we're very public. That everything's happening in front of everyone, very transparent. So that also can have some setbacks. But Juris tries really hard with myself, Frag, to be very public. Do these spaces where you can just come up and ask questions. Frag, anything else you want to add on Juris?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still bullish, obviously, and I mean, in terms of development, I don't have much of an update for you guys. I just want to say that I really love this work. I really appreciate the work that David and LL and you and the teams putting in, and I mean the support of the community is absolutely amazing. And I know that volume is not like super bullish, or I mean even the price is not super bullish, and we've been like sideways for months. But I mean this is what, in my opinion, is DeFi is about. Like, sorry, the kids are in background and crying for Papa.
It's I appreciate you coming, Frank. If you have to go, mate, that's fine.
No problem. I just want to say that the team working in the background is absolutely amazing, and I love being public about the every development step. I mean, I hope I don't annoy people with that. I hope people enjoy seeing progress being made, and even if I talk technical, I hope people like it. Yeah, I mean, I have daily contact with LL. I have contact with David. David is absolutely stunning designer, doing absolutely gorgeous work on this protocol, on the UI, and he's even helping forming the protocol, even the backend, like how the protocol should work. Yeah, and I'm really happy and really amazed with the work of the team. And
thank you, Frag, because that's how it's supposed to be. Design, complements development, and development complements design, and I get a lot of information from you, and the other way around also. So thank you very much. This is the way to go. I see it tomorrow, hopefully, on the workshops.
Right.
Awesome, thanks, guys. Rexy, any thoughts you want to add?
Sorry, I would leave the space if that's okay for you, because the kids are like.
Yes, no worries, Frag. No worries, Frag. Frag, I appreciate you coming. We'll try to bring you on once a month on these spaces, and me and LL can keep shilling for you whilst you're building Juris.
All right, see ya. Thank you for having me.
No worries, I'll drop you a DM tomorrow. Right, Rexy, your thoughts on Juris? I know you've got a keen interest in Juris.
Excuse me. Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it? It's I think we have these spaces. Excuse me, we have these spaces on a regular basis, and yeah, I've got a bag of Juris. I mean, I'm not let on how much I've got, but I've got enough to keep me interested. What I don't expect is there to be groundbreaking news releases and updates every week. Sometimes, as an investor, the news you want to hear is just that everything's going to plan and the ship's kind of rolling along nicely. I'll sometimes hear announcements that there's been a meeting ad for this or a meeting ad for that, and you don't necessarily hear of what the outcome of that meeting is. And from my point of view, I don't know, does that give me like a warm feeling inside or anything like that? I don't know, really. I think just these regular updates once a week, yeah, everything's going to plan. People are still doing the tasks they're supposed to be doing, and with no particular hurdles that we've, come across. To me, that's as good as anything. And I fully understand that this is groundbreaking technology that's being developed all the time, and there's going to be things that occur that you don't expect just like with any technology that's being developed. So if everything's pretty much going to plan, that's pretty much good enough for me.
Awesome. Thanks, Rexy. Guys, there's about 60 people, 70 people listening. If you're here, really appreciate if you could like and retweet this, get more people listening to this LunaClassic updates. I'd really appreciate that. I've also tagged the YouTube video and also the tweet from Frag updating on the Juris development. Okay, we'll go to Crypto Bytes and then Vegas. Crypto Bytes, how you doing? Are you there, Crypto Bytes?
Oh, my apologies. Was just doing a little bit of work. I was listening to things about the Juris and everything there, and that sounds like it's a very promising situation for the Juris team. And it really gets me excited when we see things that are happening in our blockchain and that things are developing. And I think a lot of people in our community need to understand just how long it takes to do certain things and everything there. But from our side here, so a couple of updates. If you haven't heard already, I have officially joined the FRG team. I'm going to be acting as a spokesperson for them and helping along with their validator. Also, Lunc Meta is continuing forward. We've just completed our second payment to Antier Solutions, now totaling over $10,000 that we've paid them. The Lunc first map has been completed or is at near completion and is currently being put into coordinates so that the NFTs will line up. So if somebody buys plot 1, the NFT coordinates will link to it. We should be able to start our NFT pre-sales within another week or two. We are working with a new developer for the NFTs to make sure they all coordinate with Antier. And we will be holding a AMA with the Antier solution so that people from LunaClassic can get to know them and we'll be able to ask them questions.
Awesome. Thanks for the update. K-Rax, David, have you guys got anything else to add before we probably bring Vegas on?
Good job, FRG.
No, I don't.
Awesome. Right, Vegas, how you doing?
All good, all good, all good. Give me just 1 second.
Whilst we wait
Hey
for
guys,
Vegas.
sorry about that.
Oh, Vegas is in. Go ahead, Vegas.
I'm good again. Yeah. So what a crazy day. Yes, go mate, go.
Well, a few questions. Well, I know you've joined now, but we like to talk about, I guess, general stuff that's happening as well. So 2 questions I've asked other people here and shared my opinions on is first the Trump meme coin. What's your thoughts on Trump meme coin and its impact on crypto?
Yeah, what a crazy weekend. What a crazy day. And I don't know, it's like, okay, I saw that yesterday. I was on a pub, and I was thinking, okay, what the fuck is he doing? Launching a coin. Was not understanding exactly that was coming from him. At the beginning, I was thinking that maybe his account was hacked or something. And then quickly I realized that it was not. Yeah, okay. It's like, it's an opportunity to make some money. So I jump in. Yeah, I got, I think it was 23 or no, 21. And I sold it at 75. I said, okay, done for me. Don't even going to look to this again. Yeah. And I don't enjoy a lot of this type of things, like these meme coins that are just here with no utility at all. yeah, that brings me to the other side. That is like this doodle right here. Yeah, there's a meme coin. Yeah, it jumps to billions of market cap. It's like the lock value is, I think, now at 80 billion or something like that, or at least when I checked last time. That's insane. You know, it's like, come on, a meme coin like that is just one day launch and is already on almost 100 billion in market cap, in total market cap. That's absolutely insane. And I was thinking, okay, if the guy is doing this, is all in on crypto, so it might really be good for the whole community. Today we didn't saw that in general. I think we saw like people jumping out of good projects and just aping in on the Trump coin. I really didn't want to see that. I would like to see new investments coming to crypto, new trusts coming to crypto, not taking the funds that are inside of good projects, the projects that have utility, and investing on these meme coins. But yeah, it's what it is. So I'm divided here. I like that the dude is doing this and is showing his cards to the whole community. At the same time, it's like he could do something a tiny bit better with utility, not just a meme coin that is like I don't know. I think he's supporting the wrong side of crypto. I think he's supporting the side of the fun thing. Okay, that's cool as well, but he's not supporting the true thing of crypto. So yeah, is where it is. So that's my view on this crazy weekend.
Nah, fair enough. I think it's similar to some of the things that we've been discussing. Okay, the next question, I guess the big topic for LunaClassic is the USTC burn. I've seen your reply on the 1.86 Commonwealth post. Do you want to update us, share your thoughts on it?
Yes. Okay. So regarding that topic specifically, I understand that people just want to burn that funds, and it makes partially sense. To just burn that and that's it. Make the true circulation supply what it should be. To be fair, we should do more, but yeah. But in the end, it's not going to reflect in nothing, because if you guys go to CoinMarketCap, that wallet is not in circulation, for example. So in the end, it's not going to change anything. So burning it directly like that for me is a mistake, because somehow I believe that you could utilize that later on to do things like I don't know, in my view, taking part of it, not picking up the whole thing, the whole cake, but taking a pie of that cake and utilizing it for USDC staking or some kind of projects that will be better for us, because just burning it like that. In my view, is the second best thing that we can do. I think we should utilize that. In my personal view, we should utilize part of them, around 200 million, for the USDC staking. But even that, we cannot do it now. We have to let everything get finished, and then we could start thinking of utilizing that funds. For now, my suggestion is just freezing them and letting them freeze, so the FL, the LFG, they cannot touch that in any way. If we burn them directly now, we might be later on, somehow they will tell us, okay, we need these funds, and then we have to mint it again. That will be devastating for the project if we mint something again on that level, you know. So in my view, burning it like that is a mistake. It would be better if we just freeze them, and then as a group, as a collective, we think what we do with that. If it's taking part to utilizing a project on layer 1, of course, or if it's to burn all of it, later on we should decide. But burning it now, in my view, is not the best thing to do. It's already not in the circulation supply. If you guys open CoinMarketCap, you'll see that wallet is not even on the circulation supply. So you'll have absolutely zero impact in reference to the price or stability or whatever. Nothing, absolutely nothing. But yeah, I will go with the flow. If people want to burn it, I'll vote yes on that.
Okay, no, Yeah, I agree with the impact of it. I guess it generates a bit of hype. But yeah, it's just dormant wallet. Frag confirmed it as well. It's not in the circulating supply at the moment. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the community votes are. I like Burns. It's fun. It generates hype, but it needs other utility. If it was done whilst there was a USTC Repeg plan, I think there will be an impact. But without any plans like that, I think it's not gonna have that much of an impact. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
we'll come back to you, Frag. DJ's just come up. DJ, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Rocko? Thanks for calling me up. I got here a little late, so where were you guys with Juris? I know Frag was up a little while ago. David's here. K Rock. Where are we on Juris updates?
Yeah, Juris update was good. I've just tagged Frag's post of the update on what he's been working on. So yeah, I thought it was a good update from Juris.
Yeah, the
Did you
stuff
miss out
about
the Frag's?
the stuff what he put up there about being in testnet, things that are in testing and stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. I think you can play around with margin contracts already.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't want to commit to a testnet date as such because, I think we want to be a bit more further down the development before we confirm a date. And I know LL wants to keep things intact before sharing dates, but it's positive, I guess, on the development. And I think on the dashboard as well, maybe you can give us an update on how that's going.
Yeah, dashboard. So. Yeah, there was a little bit of conversation that went on today. I mean, understandably, it's Sunday and people with their families and stuff, but a little bit of conversation that went on. So there was a little snafu while testing the dashboard stuff, and this is with our co-dev who's working on that. And he had some questions that he put out there, and basically Frag kind of answered all of his questions and sent that message through in this little private little TG chat that we've all got going on. And so the question today to him from LL was, do you have everything that you need now? Like, is this all the information that you needed to rectify that situation? And he answered back and said, yeah, he thinks he has everything that he needs. Possibly, he says, and again, this is what he says. Maybe by the end of today, or the very latest, the end of Wednesday. I'm not sure why that particular window, but between that time period, he should be able to start testing again. He'll have all of the repairs or whatever you want to call it when you're developing. He'll have it all fixed and ready to be tested again. Obviously, we're all hoping by the end of today would be great, but like I kind of said in a video and in some tweets recently, we got two guys working on this thing, and they're doing their damnedest to get it done, but they're also not doing this 24/7. I mean, you gotta kind of live your life a little bit too. So if he gets to it today, great. If not, it could be as late as Wednesday, but anytime in between there, we're all waiting for this dashboard to just get done. But like every other aspect of this project, they're testing and they want to make sure that everything is running absolutely perfectly. Everything is in line with the designs and stuff that David is putting out, which I have seen in our everybody keeps saying it. I'll just parrot what everybody else is saying. They're just beautiful. I mean, the guy does like the work that he does is phenomenal. So everything's working in synergy with itself. Time wise, I think we're kind of right on time with what everybody is expecting. And yeah, that's kind of it for that.
Awesome, thanks, DJ. I think the misconception I sent you a DM earlier was that people were a bit confused that there was an issue with the development of the actual protocol and not just the dashboard. I think that was the confusion with a couple of people, I guess. But we've clarified that with Frag, and you've clarified it again. So thanks for that, DJ.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that I just didn't articulate it right, but at the same time, it's like, there are so many projects who just are not transparent. They keep everything kind of buried and don't tell anybody anything. And the reason that they do that is because when you are transparent, when you try to tell, these little issues happen all the time, and they're not major issues, they're just things that happen. But when you tell people about it, they blow it all out of proportion. And all of a sudden, the whole damn thing's falling apart, right? This is why a lot of people
Exactly.
don't say anything. But we've chosen to go the other route. We've chosen to put that information out there. So I guess you're just going to have to deal with that. People who, just kind of blow it out of proportion or whatever. But either way, I think that the decision that the team has made, that those guys have made to be transparent and make sure that all the information is out there, whether things are going smoothly or whether there are hiccups, I think that's the right way to go.
And we had a quick discussion on this, me and Rexy, talking about like building in public, like Juris is building very publicly. Usually, projects are built in the background. There's positives on that. We've built a very engaged, passionate community where a lot of protocols don't have that. And hopefully when we have our protocol up, it's going to be really useful. But also there's drawbacks, like, when you're building in public, there's more questions. And I don't think it was more like you've miscommunicated. I think people are just on the edge sometimes. Like I'm sure on YouTube and Twitter, you get them as well. But but we've clarified it in the spaces, DJ. So thanks for coming up.
Yeah, beautiful.
And speaking.
Let everybody else do what they're going to do. And before we wrap
Awesome.
up, I'd like to say a little bit about what Vegas was talking about as far as the Trump coin. But we can do that later. If there's time.
We're gonna talk. I want to talk about Trump coin and meme coins and shilling. We'll do an open mic for the next half an hour, but we'll give an opportunity to Rexy, Vegas, David, CryptoWise. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Any update on TerraCasino? Any update on Selenium? Come up and talk now, and then maybe we can last half an hour. We'll do like an open mic shilling meme coins.
So if you allow me, on Selenium, things are going well. The pre-sale, the phase 1 is over, so we start phase 2. So we were able to get 150,000 on the first pre-sale, and now we are. I think in total we are 165,000. So that would be better if it was more, so we could be a tiny bit more solid for the project. But I think will be more than enough to start the project going further. One of the things that we want to do straight away is the audit, and the audit will cost a tiny bit of money. So the QIC is already done. The QIC is already done. So the next thing that I want to do is that we want to do is the audit to the protocol, and later on what we are planning as well. And later on, but it's phase 1 as well, is to start listing on the centralized exchanges. So we start some conversations, and things are going well. For now, I think, we are just getting a lot of support from the community. The Telegram, for example, is one of the ones that is growing faster, full of people that are embracing the project. So, I think things are going very, very well. But, thank you for letting me update.
Yeah, 2 questions there, Vegas. So when will it be publicly tradable? You mentioned centralized exchanges. When will it be tradable on DEXs first?
It will be tradable on DEXs first. Yeah. So the idea is to grab some of the pre-sale funds and utilize it as liquidity as well on the decentralized exchange. So that's the main one of the main things that we want to utilize the funds. So of course TerraPort, TerraSwap, things like that. But TerraPort mainly because they are supporting the process from day minus 100. So I'm pretty sure that on TerraPort things are going to fly very, very quickly. So the idea is after the pre-sale, then we're going to announce the day that will be tradable, but we'll be very quickly after that as well.
If I could just jump in with a quick question for you, Vegas. It seems that the pre-sales are, progressing pretty well. For those that are maybe interested in buying in Selenium that don't really know much about it, could you give a bit of an overview about what Selenium is actually all about? Because many people here maybe don't know.
Thank you, mate. So regarding first thing, if you want to jump in with the idea that you just want to win money, this is the right time. Why? Because we consider the people that are helping on the pre-sale the founders. So without them, this project will not even happen. the project is going to give a percentage of the inflation of the coin to the persons that are buying initially, Plus, you can utilize referral codes that will give you 5% of whatever the people buy under you, and then you're going to have the staking system as well. So this project, the Selenium, is literally like a mirror protocol, a tiny bit better than mirror protocol. If everything goes by the plan, will be mirror in steroids. But what mirror used to do and what we're going to do, is basically imagine that you want to buy some stocks from Amazon, but you don't want to take out your positions on crypto or whatever, and go outside. So you could literally just mint Amazon stocks, utilizing collateral for securing your position, and now you are in the two worlds. You can win money if Amazon, for example, stocks goes up, or you can win a position of another person, so you can be that stock can be tradable as well. So many things, because then you can win money as well by injecting on the liquidity pools. But the main thing that makes this project completely unique is the ability of you owning a synthetic asset like that, like a commodity or even a stock, or So that's very unique. I never saw any project doing that except Mirror, of course. They failed, not because of them, but because of the whole ecosystem of Luna. Today we are more solid in Lunc in terms of that. And plus the Oracle feed price that we are utilizing was the developing team that did it. So we are not just we don't need to focus on the Oracle feed price from the chain. We have our own as well. So we are taking security the most important thing, because if we want to grow up as Miro was to a market cap of 1.5 billion or something, security has to be number one. But this is in terms of utility. This is, in my view, is the biggest utility that we will be able to see here on LunaClassic. That next to Juris is the things that we need. But in normal terms, you want a Amazon stock, you can have it, mate. That's it. Or something else, a Tesla or whatever.
That sounds, it sounds absolutely fantastic, to be honest. Now, I often kind of tweet about Selenium in support of it, and also Terraport, as you'd expect, and Juris. And I'm invested in all of them. I, in fact, invest in nearly everything on TerraCasino because I just believe in Lunc. I'm a maxi through and through. And trader Rocko, he often aggravates me about this as well. However, something that I've tweeted about, maybe you can respond to and just maybe elaborate on to see whether I'm correct in your opinion or not. But I've often described Terraport, Juris, and Selenium as being the trinity of projects that could really bring a massive amount of volume to TerraCasino and help raise the price of Lunc. You've mentioned that, excuse me, you've mentioned that Selenium is like a reboot or a mirror of mirrors, you described it. Do you think I'm, being a bit ambitious in terms of how I've described it, or what's your opinion?
No, I think you are right, mate. I hope that more projects that we have to divide that crown with other projects as well. But at the moment, you are completely right. Juris, Terraport, and Selenium might shape the destiny of the whole TerraCasino, because projects like this, they are the ones that are going to bring utility to the chain and might put people talking outside of the chain as well. In the case of Selenium, if we can start getting the word outside of the chain that we are back, I believe that this will be gigantic for the chain. If it's enough, time will tell. But I think whatever more we can do will be appreciated by the whole community. But for now, if the community can support these three projects and more, of course, it's more projects on the chain. But these three ones are they have to go through, you know, like if they work very well, if everything goes okay, yeah, TerraClassic can grow as well. You today, again, talking about the meme coin of Trump, but you saw the jump on Solana as well, yeah. So even the price of Solana it jump up because people were utilizing the chain. That's it, and you got movements on the Solana. If I'm not mistaken, yesterday or whatever was 9 billion, and today was 20 something billion. In transactions, that's insane number. It's like values of Bitcoin or something like that. So yeah, I think Terraport, Selenium, Juris, if we can bring some volume to the chain, and yeah, we still have the burn tax on place, so that all of that in place will allow us to keep the narrative of deflation not just surviving but alive, you know, and might be really start taking some impact on the numbers. Of course, we need to do more. You know that I'm a maxis on the market model, so I think we should do something that as well in the future. But that doesn't stop these projects from growing. That, to be fair, allows that projects to grow. At the moment, the market model is still not something that is visible, that we can achievable, or it is achievable, but we didn't agree yet specifically on the path to do it. I think everyone has slightly different ideas how to do it, and until we can see one idea that is like, okay, this is the one that we're going to do and risk it, because it has to be like that. Yeah, we'll have to risk. Until that is in place, yeah, the community, we all have to support this projects on layer 2, because without them the chain is done.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if I think more volume that comes to, like I say, any of those three kind of protocols, Terraport, Selenium, and Juris, I think the more that gives an opportunity for that investment and those funds to filter to other projects. So, for instance, just recently, Cookie's done massively well, and it's pumped, I don't know what, 100%, or sorry, 100 to 1,000% or more, or even more than that. And that was with a limited amount of kind of new investment into that particular token. Now, if you imagine, Selenium getting anywhere near the value of what Mirror was in terms of market cap. I mean, even if it got to be 1% of that, the amount of extra investment that would be coming to TerraClassic would be absolutely immense. And once people have, invested in, their stocks on Selenium, they've maybe done some lending and borrowing with Juris, and they've done trading through kind of Terraport, and they've made a bit of money, they're going to think, I wonder where the next big thing is, and they might just even drop, a couple $100 here and there on different tokens on Terraport. And when you're talking about lots of people just putting a couple $100 in here and there, that can really pump some of the tokens we got to astronomical gains. Because when you've got a small market cap, you don't need a lot of investment to really push it forward. So there's, so people that are investing in them small market caps at the minute, they're the ones that potentially could be the future millionaires. But anyway, just getting back to Selenium, you mentioned about getting Selenium out there to other people outside of TerraClassic. I've got a bit of an idea of how you might be able to do that, but I'd be interested in your ideas. So just for a start, what my thoughts were is, when Juris first started, they had an AMA with solid proof because they'd done their KYC with solid proof and it had come up all right. Why doesn't Selenium do a KYC, do an AMA with solid proof? Because they can reach out far beyond the TerraClassic chain, and that could bring you a massive amount of investors to help you with pre-sales.
No. I think.
Is it me or is Vegas's mic rugging?
No, he's rugging a little
Yeah,
bit.
he's robot right now.
Oh.
Yeah, rejoin Vegas.
Hello?
David, you had your hand up?
Yeah, let's just wait. Vegas, are you there? Are you okay?
Yeah, Vegas has to rejoin.
Okay. So yeah, I had my hand up, and I think that everything that Rexy said is great. The trio is rising. in terms of TerraClassic, and I really forgot what I wanted to say. I was I was so took over by Vegas that I forgot what I was supposed to say. I know. I guess it's about the time to maybe get back to the topic of TerraClassic website. You know me. I am the one who is cursed for that, and I paid my price. But one thing that I want to say is that the gentleman from the Cardano, which name I forgot, probably did not know anything that is happening on TerraClassic. I guess as far as I have seen Mr. Diamond Hands, he gave him some information what is happening there, but I assume that he doesn't have a knowledge what is being developed on TerraClassic. The Cardano guy, the big entrepreneur. So I assume that that's the confirmation that most people outside of TerraClassic doesn't know, and not having a website is probably one of the biggest reasons of that, because they cannot simply just go and check while they are sitting on their toilet what's happening in this old Luna thing. So not to poke too much, but maybe it's about the time.
No, appreciate your thoughts on that. I think I've talked about the website enough. I appreciate your, what's the right word, like tenacity to push for this website.
Well, I don't push it at all right now. I'm just giving an idea, but I am occupied by Juris and other things. But this should not be forgotten, regardless of anybody doing it. It doesn't have to be me. Just have it in mind.
Cool. DJ, you've got your hand up, and then Vegas.
Yeah, no, quick question for David. David, when you first put out the idea of the TerraClassic website, was there a dollar amount attached to it? Like, did you come up with a certain amount that it would take to actually get it done?
Man, DJ, I've done it like a couple of times, and the very first time I did it, there was a dollar amount too, and it was like Q3, Q4 2023 actually, and obviously there was nearly zero validator response, but there was great response from the community. But no validator responded, so we've abandoned putting a proposal. And since then, there were like 4 or 5 different, probably most detailed ever proposals that appeared on TerraClassic post crash, and all of them had price estimates there. And since then, Happy Caddy Crypto, another, called me not Skinder, but how he calls me, like scamder or something like this, like this $25,000-$30,000 for building a professional dedicated website was a huge thing, especially with having $1 million in common people. So yeah, I have to answer to your question. Yeah, each of them, and there are like at least 4 or 5 very detailed developed discussions on Commonwealth. All of them include price estimate. Everything is there. I'm not pushing this idea no longer unless anybody knows wants to do it and come back to me, then I'm open to discuss it. But I just wanted to emphasize that the situation with Cardano guy emphasizes the need for that, and it nobody can dispute that.
Well, it kind of needs to be done, though, doesn't it? I mean, are we at the point where, even with the CMC, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we have to get all these links and everything together, right? And don't we need an official website? Don't we need an official TG? Don't we need an official everything?
I mean, you know my answer. Obviously, we need it. We need it since day one, since day zero post crash. But
was the issue the dollar amount that you put on it, or was the issue that you don't feel like
well,
maybe that?
first of all,
Go ahead.
Sorry for interrupting. First of all, the biggest issue was the price. Even though I've explained and provided reasons and estimates of possible return on this investment, the lack of understanding and I guess the lack of experience in building digital products like this, dedicated websites, allowed majority of community to say that this is too much when in practice it was not. So first thing was price tag was too big, and the second thing was that the final version of the proposal, or the proposal, because there was voting, was about creating unofficial TerraCasino websites, since this is, in my view, still the only option to do it. Exactly like Bitcoin.org is not official website, it's unofficial Bitcoin website, because there cannot be official website because Bitcoin is decentralized. There is no company behind it, and TerraCasino is in exactly same spot. If it would be if we would like to have a professional domain, there would need to be an owner of the domain, and it is centralized. In this way, a couple of other things make it that TerraCasino cannot have official website. It can have one website that everybody points to, but in theory, in practice, and legal terms, this is unofficial. Exactly like when you go to Bitcoin.org, about Bitcoin.org subpage, and you'll see their first things that is written there is, this is unofficial website of Bitcoin, and that's the case. And TerraCasino faces the same future if it ever goes professional enough to solve this problem 3 or 4, even maybe 5 years post crash.
Just to throw something in there, sorry for jumping in. Web Jojo, he's a validator on TerraCasino. For a few months now, he's been busy with his team building a website for Lunc. And as far as I've seen, I can't see any validators that seem to be objecting to it. I know personally I've given a bit of advice of saying, as long as it's not linked to your validator, I don't think you'll find many people object to it. And it's self-funded. I think he's accepting help from other people. So I think that's probably going to end up with let's say a Lunc or a TerraCasino website that I think the majority of validators won't object to be seen by other people as being representative Lunc. And I think that's about as close as what you might get to one being considered as official, if that makes sense.
Well, I have spoken to him a couple of times, and I have publicly, offered my view on this on his website, and he also agreed with it. So it's great that he did it. However, it is built on template that he bought. Anybody can buy. Anybody can launch the similar looking website tomorrow. And this is not something that blockchain of this size should do. So as for a short term solution, obviously, yeah, it's better than have something like this than not. And he agreed with me. But in terms of getting back this spot of top 20, 30, 15, whatever coin market cap, you need to have dedicated website. You need to have a lot of SEO work done to push this website. First pages of Google, where normally right now all CXs are, and still TFL websites are, etc. So it's very short term solution that can be done. But in terms of long term thinking and being professional, this is just not the way to go. And he agreed with me. I can find a tweet for you.
However,
if you about this.
If you look at where Trump's now a top 20 coin, and if you look at his website, that's a bit grim. So it's it's not the be all and end all.
You can't apply anything having to do with Trump. You can't use that as an example for anything else. He's just in his own thing. You know what I mean? You can't. That's kind of like what I was going to get at when Vegas was talking about. Oh, it's a meme coin that doesn't have any. It's Trump. It's its own category. You can't compare it to anything else.
Nike doesn't even have to have a logo type written Nike in the logo. It's just this small sign. Everybody knows it's Nike because it's Nike. But back then there was a logo type next to a sign, and everybody had to learn what Nike is. Exactly the same with Apple. We are not in the position in the same let's say league as Trump or Apple, Nike, or any of these. So. And there's no way to compare it. It's total different case. I don't want to take over.
We've spent lots of time talking about websites, so maybe we'll move on. CryptoBytes Vegas, Vegas first, and then CryptoBytes.
Let's try again. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, mate.
Okay, nice one. Okay, let me just I will jump in on this topic very quickly. One is the links regarding the CoinMarketCap. So the links that were suggested to be updated on the CoinMarketCap, they were updated, excluding the wallets. The wallets, they cannot be updated directly because the wallets that we are suggesting, they do not exist on the list of CoinMarketCap. Spoke to Exxon regarding spoke with CoinMarketCap as well, and if I'm not mistaken, things are
I think Vegas is rugging again.
It sounds like that to me as well.
Maybe we'll have to try another time, Vegas.
but did you hear the wallets regarding the wallets on the CoinMarketCap?
No, I couldn't. It just it got scrambled, I guess.
Yeah, it got scrambled in the middle.
Again.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Just put it in
Yeah.
a tweet.
Oh my gosh, why?
We'll have to probably join our next Spaces, Vegas. We can't hear you. Yep, I think I've lost Vegas now. All right, Crypto Bytes, and then me and DJ will talk a bit about Trump, and then we'll finish off. Go ahead, Crypto Bytes. Okay, Crypto Bytes is not there. Vegas, do you want to try again one last time?
Let me try. Can you hear me better this time now? It's the same.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I was just saying regarding the situation of the CoinMarketCap links. So the links, they were updated, the ones that were able to be updated, except the wallets. The wallets, they cannot be updated directly because they are not part of the list of CoinMarketCap. So CoinMarketCap, they have to first understand that these wallets exist, making them part of a list, and then they can be updated on CoinMarketCap. So now the community has to do nothing except the vendors of the wallet itself. So like Hexagon, Lunc, all of these people, they have to contact CoinMarketCap directly. Hexagon, they are already on the process of doing that. So things seem that they are going okay. So I'm pretty sure that soon we will see one of the wallets from the community of LunaClassic added directly to the TerraCasino ecosystem, and that's good in my opinion. Regarding, for example, you guys were talking about the website. Website is like a gray topic, gray area, but we have something there. We have the forum, yeah, and people can see that is still active. So the main actors, they still post directly on the Commonwealth forum, and that's good for us, I believe. I think we could add something there as soon as people land on that page regarding some wallets, some websites, some links for the social media, so people can understand that we are live. It's not just a forum. Until we can agree in something that we can utilize properly, the forum, I think, it will have to be. That's it. It's what it is. But yeah, so it's not too bad. It could be much better if we have a proper website, of course, 100%, and the links of socials and all of that stuff. But for now, this is what we have. Regarding Rex's question regarding Selenium, how can we get the attention of the outside community? That's a good topic. We talk about that this week on the team of Selenium. Not because we are not having support from the community. We are having a support from the community itself, from the people that invest, from the people that are on the chats, on the servers, and they are utilizing the referral codes. They share it on Twitter. We are seeing a lot of people doing that. We are seeing some people on this chain with a lot of following as well, supporting the project and allowing to spread the word. For example, a space like this, and thank you for that. But it's not enough. We'll be will be good if more from this community could understand that the only way that we can all grow is to support key projects that are important for this chain. It's no surprise to anyone that me and Rexis, we will never, now we are seeing more close to each other, but we never like too much to work with each other regarding the views. I still believe that the burn tax is still the best thing that can happen until we find something else, and Rexis says that is the worst thing, at least from my conversation with him. That doesn't stop us from working, in a way that we think that is good for the chain. So it doesn't. It makes us like even if we don't see eye to eye in different topics, it allows us to work because we think that the chain is more important than our personal differences, And for that, I'm very thankful. But I would love to see more support from key elements on this chain for specific projects that, if they grow, the chain grows with it as well. Regarding trying to get people from outside, I'm on the process of doing that as well. So I'm trying to gain some support from influencers from outside of the chain. I already got a couple of them on Twitter. Not enough. Well, to be fair, it would be better if we have more. Trying to think in a way of utilizing a project that is very utilized on Solana and Binance chains, all of that. That is tasks. So is websites that you can do tasks to promote your project, and they work very well for L2 projects as well. So we're going to try to utilize that for the pre-sale. I don't know if it's going to make a lot of difference, but in terms of the whole project, it might help us a lot to pass the word for our side of the community. But yeah, and we are just keen of having more and more support from our community that is so big. That is if everyone is starting to support these key projects, the community is so big that it's impossible to fail, I'll say. So, yeah.
Cool.
That's great.
Thanks, Vegas.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So we'll give you the final word, Rexy. No, thanks, Vegas, for updating us. Rexy, sorry, cut you off there.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry, I apologise. That's great, Vegas. I appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you for the kind words. It's we've not all seen eye to eye, and not everybody knows our history. But you were the very first person I ever spoke to on or connected to on TerraCasino, which was a very long time ago. And I think regardless of having different opinions, I think we do have the best interests of TerraCasino at heart, and big bone of contention has been things like the burn tax. But the burn tax has achieved certain things over certain time, and I don't know. Anyway, that's another conversation. Just something that I think might be useful, and this is for the benefit of Selenium, but also Juris and anybody else building on TerraCasino, is picking up on something that you said, Vegas, was that unfortunately I don't maybe have as much time available as what I'd like to listen to all the influencers and YouTubers that support TerraCasino. However, what I have noticed over the last few weeks is a lack of anything really to do with Selenium. Now, I know Believes is making a video on Selenium because I, pointed in the right direction for him, but I don't know whether any others are. And I wonder whether it's a case of, do they understand that? So, for instance, for Juris to be as effective as what people would like it to be, it really needs Selenium to be effective, and it really needs Terraport to be effective, because these three projects will reach their optimum value if all three of them can synergistically work together. So you can't really support one or have a big bag of one and hope that you will moon on that without actually hoping that the others do well and supporting them.
I see your point, mate. No, you're super right on that. I think here the situation is that some members of the community cannot surpass the emotional side, and I'll be here talking forever, but I don't know. It's some of the members they will not support something because I'm involved with, things like that, and yeah, that's the thing that they at some point they will change. They will understand that it's like, oh, okay, I was wrong. We will get there without the support of that ones. At the same time, will be much quicker for all of us if we can all go in the same direction. But yeah, it will take time to educate people that the way to do it is working together and not just letting our emotions rule instead of our brains. So yeah, at some point, I think everyone is going to understand that we have to put emotions on the side.
No, thanks, guys. We'll have to start rounding up now. Cookies, you've just joined near the end of the spaces. Do you want to say hi? Maybe in next spaces you can talk more.
I don't see Cookie up as a speaker, just as a listener.
It did request to speak.
Yeah. In my screen, CryptoBytes also has got his.
Okay, I
hand.
can't hear you, Crypto.
Yeah, it looked like a speaker to me.
Yeah. So Rocko, can
I
you hear
can't
me?
hear you, Link Spaces. I can't hear Cookie. Maybe CryptoBytes. Maybe you can update us.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Rocko?
Yes, I can. I can hear
Yes,
you.
I can hear you.
Says somebody. Okay. So one of the things I've been hearing throughout this conversation, and just to kind of wrap up in a like Rexy said, in a very synergistic way, people have been asking me, why would a metaverse do anything to help LunaClassic? Because most people think a metaverse is a game. The difference between Luncverse and the video games that you're seeing out there is that we're actually going to be integrating the utilities into our Luncverse. We're not going out and saying we're going to try and compete with somebody. We're bringing them all together. So like where Rexy said, we're finding a way to make a community hub where people are going to be able to literally and figuratively walk to the next thing like Terraport or Selenium or Juris, walk into an actual bank in a 3D environment and use Juris, or go into what will be a digital casino and you're going to find the TerraCasino. And we're using the on-chain tokens. So, this isn't a video game. There will be games in there. You'll be able to play games, but this isn't a game. This is a digital environment that's going to connect LunaClassic figuratively and in reality, where, like I said, instead of having to navigate here and there, you'll be able to literally walk from one spot to another and maybe even put up a house next to it. But all right, Cookie, I see you're back again. Let's have you chat.
Cookie, can you speak now?
His listener on my screen at least.
It's a
Yeah,
speaker
mine too.
Better than my speaker. Right, Cookie, we'll have to add you on next time. I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. It's around 3 a.m. now, so I've got a question for DJ and then we'll finish off. But thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed this spaces, guys, do like this, share this with people. It really helps us out. If you want to support me, go buy Juris. Also, go if you're gambling anyway, trade on TerraCasino, partner up with them. So burn some LunaClassic cat with hat as well. We've not shielded our meme coins today as much, Rexy. Maybe we can do it for our future spaces, and also other spaces as well. Cookie, we'll bring you up as well. We try to make these spaces open for everyone. So next spaces is going to be Thursday. So I'm planning to do 2 spaces every week, guys. One is going to be LunaClassic focused, and one's going to be just more DGen stuff, new projects, meme coins. Hopefully reach out to other people. I mean, Rexy and Vegas talked about reaching out to other communities. Again, I've got a bit of a following on Link, on HBAR and some of the other projects. When Juris Protocol is live, maybe we can reach out to them. So it'd be good to network with them as well. So I'll be doing 2 spaces. One's going to be sort of LunaClassic focus. One's going to be I've been thinking about names, maybe Meme Coin Madness, AI agents, or just something else I'll think about, which is going to be maybe on a Thursday or a Sunday. We'll interchange. But next space is on Thursday. So Cookies come up next time on Thursday around 6-7 o'clock GMT, quite late Thailand time. And Rexy, DJ, if you've got anything final thing to say, say it now. And then a final question on DJ on Trump meme coin.
Yeah,
Rexy?
thanks, Trader. And as always, thanks very much for holding these spaces. I think you're absolutely fantastic, and you're a great chairperson. and great at keeping people together and on topic, and appreciate that. Something that I've not done, and I apologise for my croaky voice, is just give a real quick update on TerraPort. So TerraPort is kind of going from strength to strength in terms of what it's offering development-wise, and there's a couple of updates that have been worked on at the minute, which are due out. One should be due out either this week or next week, and that's the TerraPort Bridge. And it's something that's been, from a technical perspective, been in place for, I don't know, probably even 9 months, but we've not released it because the UI hasn't been developed enough to be easy for people to use. Because something that we recognise is that it's all right having the technology, but if newcomers can't use it pretty easily, then it's not going to have mass adoption. So that's coming out soon. I've seen the mock-ups for it, and it's looking fantastic. And the other thing is the new wallet that's coming out for TerraPort, which is looking absolutely great as well. And that's currently being beta tested by a group of about 100 people. And it's, I've used it myself. And if I can use it without any kind of sort of assistance, then anybody can. So you can't ask for anything much better than that. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. And I suppose I'd finish up by saying, again, Selenium. I think we really need it for TerraClassic to recover. My biggest bag is still Lunc, despite what people maybe think. And I really want TerraClassic to survive, and I want every project on TerraClassic to do great as well.
Thanks, Rexy. Like I say, it's good to hear more wallets come in. Again, I use Kepler and also Galaxy, which is partnered up with Juris. But excited to see more wallets coming. One question on TerraCasino, I'm really bad at ending spaces, aren't I? Is about the TerraCasino's fees. I think you talked about the fees last time. I do get questions on that when people are trading meme coins or when I'm shilling meme coins. Maybe just a 2-minute update on the fee reduction. I think you touched on last couple of spaces back.
Excuse me. Sorry, could you just refine your question a little bit?
Yeah, reducing the TerraPort fees. I think you said there's some additional fees because of paying back some of the funds. There's going to be a reduction of fees going forward.
Yeah, sorry, I got confused. I thought you meant TerraCasino for some reason. Yes, so I'll try to be as brief as what I can here. So following the hack back in April, what is it? Is it just over a year ago? We tried to get the money back from the exchanges where it has been liquidated, and there was about 2 million of it that was stuck on chain. With the L1 team, we created some code to rescue it off chain to basically save the money from the investors that had been stolen from. And Vegas helped us with that code in terms of getting it to the validators so they could review it. And they pretty much all voted against this, therefore allowing stolen money on chain that was clearly stolen to be liquidated through exchanges or money laundered. Now you can imagine how the team felt about that. It's just absolutely disgusting. That is absolutely just promoting criminal behaviour. Anyway, the team stuck at it, and they wanted to come with a viable plan to make sure that TerraPort could continue, because the whole purpose of TerraVita and the TerraPort devs is to help rescue TerraClassic. Without having a launch pad and a token factory that's got reasonable kind of adoption across TerraClassic, and to give new projects a chance to even start, we're never going to get anywhere. So we thought it was vital for the recovery of TerraClassic that we continued. So we came up with a plan, and part of that plan was to try to compensate users with new Terra, and the other one was to try to raise some money to be able to refill the liquidity pools to make TerraPort more viable for people to trade. And the more liquidity you got in the pools, the less slippage you have. So therefore, people are more likely to, trade and increase the volume, which is what kind of drives it. So as part of that kind of emergency measures package, we approached the Terraport community because it's the Terraport community who owns Terraport. So everybody that owns Terra has a vote on any governance proposal to do with Terraport. So it's not the team that owns Terraport, it's everybody that owns Terra that owns it. And I think that point is often lost. So the community decided that they was happy for the fees on Terraport to be increased from, I think typically it was 0.3% to be raised to 2%. And that was meant to be as an interim measure. And the last time I spoke to the lab on this issue, which was before Christmas, the view was that there was hoping that in the new year, which we are in now, that the 2% fee would be dropped and it'd be returned back to the 0.3% fee that was originally there. Now, something else that's a point here is that many of the tokens have their own fees locked in as well. So some charge, 10% fees for trading and so on, and some of that results in the burning of tokens. Some of it goes to provide rewards for staking options and all sorts of stuff. So the fees that you get on Terraport aren't necessarily just Terraport fees or burn tax fees. Okay. Something else just to consider with this as well is that there's various pools on Terraport. You've got the V2 pools, and then you've got what's known as the V3 pools. And the V3 pools are concentrated liquidity pools. And these are designed so that when you trade between a token and a pool that's a V3 pool, or collective V3 pool together, then that means that you've got far less kind of slippage, which means that regardless of the fees, the gap in terms of what you'd like to kind of pay and what you really pay would be massively reduced. And just over the next few months, bear in mind there's lots of other development work going on, gradually the team's looking to migrate as many tokens to V3s as opposed to V2 pools as they can do. But, this takes a long time. Something to bear in mind there is that when Terraport was built, and I got an update on the investment amount just earlier on today, and over the last 2 years, $1.5 million has been invested in Terraport into building it. Now, that's not the money that's gone into liquidity pools or anything like that. That's purely come from the team and private investors, not that have bought Terra, but are just purposely investing in actually building out Terraport as an application. And I know not everybody, kind of believes in Terraport, if you like, or supports it, or, I've got a bit of angst and animosity to it. But what other team is there on TerraCasino that's invested anywhere near that amount into a project to actually help rescue Lunc? I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, I feel absolutely, humbled that, the angel investor behind this even just, wants to be kind of involved with me. I mean, it's a absolute massive investment. It really is. And, I'm just, so delighted for TerraCasino that we've got, somebody that's so committed. So, yeah. So anyway, so there's, so as part of that moving pools from the V2 to the V3 concentrated liquidity pool element, when Terraport was audited, following its first build, if you like, because of the amount of cost it takes to create things, you had to make some choices. So you can either just work and work and work until you get the final product, in which case it could be years until you launch something, or you can launch a minimum viable product and you can iterate the changes up. And it was the latter approach that we thought was the right thing for Terraport. And this is why you get an ongoing upgrade package coming out. So as part of this, it meant that when the contracts were audited with Certic, I think there was 256 contracts that was audited at that time. And one of the things we did to make Terraport more efficient to be able to launch earlier was that the code for updating each contract in terms of pools was written into each contract separately, which means if you want to update the V3 pools, there's a massive amount of work that goes into updating each one. And it's not just something that can be done as in, just the flick of a switch. So that's why it's not progressing maybe quite as quickly as what some people might like, but you just got to look at that bigger picture.
Cool. I should not have given you the mic near the end, but no. Thanks for the quick-ish update. In my 2 cents on Terra, I hold some, and the market cap is quite low enough. Even though the chart doesn't look good, I hope it turns around. It is a key part of LunaClassic. Okay, as I said, I was going to ask DJ. I'm really curious on finding out sort of firsthand on what's happening with Trump coin in the US. I've asked a couple of other people. Would like to hear your thoughts, DJ, and then maybe we can dig deeper in our future spaces with you and have a conversation. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on Trump meme coin and how sort of the American people, the media, is reacting to it.
I mean, the same way everybody else is, I guess. I haven't really been on like the news or anything like that. I watch Fox Business News a lot for this stuff, but I haven't been on there today. Just kind of what I'm catching online on Twitter or whatever. I mean, everything that I'm seeing, everybody's really just kind of into it. It's doing extremely well. It took everybody by surprise, I think. I'm not sure if anybody knew he was actually going to do that. To me, at least, it came out of nowhere. And I see a lot of huge numbers being traded. Huge buys, huge sells. I don't know. Did you have a specific question on like?
No, just in general, like we were discussing it earlier. Like I shared my thoughts on what it could mean. Trump launching his own coin is I don't swear on the spaces, but fucking president of the United States, most
I
powerful
mean,
person.
yeah, it's
It's just
crazy.
ridiculous.
So to kind of respond a little bit to what Vegas was talking about earlier. He bought in and he did well. He made a little profit. He got out, and that's a perfectly valid way to do it. I mean, that's how you're supposed to do it, right? But the thought of this, just being another meme coin and has no utility, and I've seen that a lot online, but I'm not sure that everyone is looking at the bigger picture. But I get it because all right. So here's the thing with Trump. Trump has sold steaks. Trump has sold some college course. Currently he's selling watches. He has gold sneakers. I mean, he's got a bunch of bullshit, right? That basically he sells for ridiculous amounts of money, and then when all the dust settles, everybody says, well, that was just a bunch of shit. And so you might want to think the same. Even look at DJT, Trump Media, right, having to do with his Truth Social over on the stock side. It did really well. I think it shot up to, I don't know, what was it, $300 or something like that. Everybody thought it was going to go crazy. The thing came back down and didn't do much of anything. It's been sitting lately at somewhere around $40 or whatever. I'm sure he and a lot of his insiders made a lot of money on it, but a lot of people lost a lot of money on it. So I understand the skepticism when you see another Trump thing coming out of nowhere and blowing up. You can think to yourself, well, this is just another thing where him and his friends are going to make tons of money, and then they're going to be out of it, not care about it, and the rest of us will be ass out. So get in, make your money, and get out. But the bigger picture here is Gary Gensler gone, right? Gone because of Trump. Trump is putting somebody else in that spot. He's putting someone in there who is very crypto friendly. We have a new crypto czar, right? This is a guy who, is just going to be in charge of all this crypto stuff. We've never had anything like this before. There's going to be a whole committee. I think it's already formed, actually, to look at regulations and clarifying regulations for cryptocurrency. his two right hand men, Vivek and Elon, are both big crypto guys. We've never ever seen this kind of cryptocurrency involvement in any other administration in the past. And I also know, and I think most of us know, that when Trump builds something, he likes to brag about it. He wants it to be the best thing anybody's ever seen, blah, 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 right? So for him to come out with this crypto, I think that it's possible with everything that he's putting in place that he is going to make sure that this thing does well, maybe even lead the pack because it has his name on it. And we all know what an egomaniacal, crazy person he is, right? So I don't think that this is going to be a pump and dump. I don't think this is something that's going to kind of go away. I think there are so many things being put in place, and this is just another piece of the puzzle where I think that it could have some longevity. I don't know that. It's just kind of the way I'm looking at it right now. I guess time will tell and we'll see. But I just don't see the point in putting all the things in place that he's put in place to support cryptocurrency and then to make a cryptocurrency that just doesn't do anything. It would be a waste.
I hope you're right, DJ. My concern earlier was if he just launches another meme coin, another project, another L1. We've seen it happen with NFT. I told a story about when I got an NFT and he's launched other collections and just diluted the holders. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think it's net positive anyway. Even if he starts, he wants money, right? He sells watches, he sells anything and anything. So we'll see what happens. Maybe next spaces we can dig a bit deeper. Thank you for coming up, sharing your thoughts. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, sorry, go ahead, mate.
No.
Were you saying anything, DJ?
Oh, can you hear me? I'm sorry, I had myself muted. No, I said thank you for having me up, and I just wanted to say one more quick little thing. Take profits. Take profits. We're here to trade. We're here to make money. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Don't buy Trump or anything else and just hold on to it until it goes to zero. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard anybody ever say. As it goes up, take your money out, the initial that you put in, take profits along the way, and even if it does go to shit, you made some money on it. You don't make any money on anything if you don't actually take those profits. So I'll leave it at that.
Apart from Juris, you're allowed to take profit on anything. Juris, keep holding.
Yeah. That goes without being said.
All right. Cheers, guys. I'm going to head to sleep. I'll catch you guys next Thursday with another Spaces, and we'll be bringing you some meme coin AI stuff Spaces as well. I appreciate your support. Follow everyone that's come up and spoken. Share these Spaces, and catch you guys next week. Good night, all.